Good afternoon. We're here with head coach Delaney Marrier of Winona State Women's Soccer. You've been on campus for now almost 4 weeks. How are things going so far?
Things are going pretty good so far. It has been a ramp up here at Winona State, figuring out all things purple and white. But the high point for sure has been the women on the roster. It's been an awesome experience coming in blind to a roster, brand new, and not having much information about them, to get to know them as people, see their abilities as players, and this is a really phenomenal group of young women. So coming in really excited into the 4-week mark.
And I know you have named 3 captains, right? So we have Allie, Abby, and Callie. What led you? I know you met them over the summer. What qualities have they had that have been instrumental in the first going of the season so far?
Yeah, those 3 right away had really stood out to me in regard to how they had stepped up in the spring, and in the void of having a coach on the team, they stepped in and really led and organized and did a phenomenal job coming into this, like I said, brand new, and every single freshman, every single returner has come back, which is really phenomenal and something that they all should be very proud of. But those 3 in particular, they have a great kind of ecosystem and culture amongst them, and a really phenomenal balance. So we've got a direct leader, we've got a really happy, calm, gentle leader, and then we've got that sweet spot in the middle as well. But they've taken it really seriously. They've owned as much as they can, and to be honest, they have really stepped up to help me be as successful as I possibly could. So they've been a tremendous resource, being a new head coach coming into a university that I haven't been a part of. And every single day we're connected. Everything that they've done, they've advocated for their team. They've came up with ideas on repeat, and every single ask they've stepped up and said yes. So honestly, so far I've been around a lot of players, and I couldn't ask for better captains.
Now, an unorthodox preseason, no scrimmages or exhibitions on the schedule.
Yep.
Coming off a 2-2 tie at Fayette, Iowa. Any takeaways from the first game of the year?
Yeah, the first game was really exciting. We're doing a significant revamp with the program culturally, so that's on the field and off the field, on the sideline, everything that you can think of, as well as technically and tactically. So there's been a lot of thought required of the women, a lot of examining for sure from the coaching staff to figure out how we're going to implement what we want to do. And overall, it was exciting to come into that Upper Iowa game. Obviously, the first game jitters are always a fun feeling. It's exciting to feel that energy kind of going through the team as well, because the Pulse is definitely excited for something different and something new. And Upper Iowa, kudos to them, because they have a strong roster and for sure came out and were a challenge for us to deal with some really technical players and a really powerful player up top in particular. So we had a game plan and really pleased with how far we had come leading up into that. We hadn't really played much for 11v11, so their ability to implement as much as they did from the way this team has played historically was a really exciting, really optimistic takeaway for where the program is heading in the upcoming games.
Now, you talked about everyone returning, committed players already, and obviously the incoming freshman class. Any surprises from that standpoint, from a freshman personnel, or looking at players that, have been a bright spot so far this year?
Yeah, the freshmen all over. I mean, coming in, all that we really had was a couple highlight clips, which never really does justice for what a player truly holds. So I'd say there's been a significant amount of surprises. A big standout in the freshman class right now has certainly been JC Sturek. She's got a technical ability and a really special ability on the ball when it comes to set pieces and anything with a dead ball. And we have for sure seen a standout in Olivia Sear as an outside back. Her student mentality, willingness and ability to learn and wanting to do exactly that, whatever she can at the maximum, is an exciting quality that I look for in players that I enjoy coaching the most. And certainly Kylie Janish, she has been playing some minutes in the midfield for us, and yeah, she's a workhorse. So there's a lot of learning to be done, but a really exciting freshman class. And I'd say every day there tends to be a new surprise coming out of a freshman. Even this morning, some of them showed things that we haven't seen yet. So they continue to surprise, continue to reveal their new skills. And yeah, the returners, it's been really fun to see what their desire for the game really is. They are a technical group overall with a deep desire to like tactically play the game. So we've definitely taken some of the returners and put them into different roles, things that is far out of their comfort zones, but they've worked really hard to embrace that and embrace a growth mindset to push themselves. Overall, Drasher in the midfield, she's been exciting in her ability to get the ball and play the ball consistently. Abby Williams as well in the midfield has been, just a workhorse. Really graceful on the field, ability to recognize spaces on and off the ball, and her distribution in particular in the Upper Iowa game was something that was really exciting to see, and the ability to help us get behind the last line. But again, yeah, we're asking for a lot of different things. So Allie Jumper in goal for the last game, even how she's trained from that, taking every opportunity she can to learn what areas she can do to improve to be the best that she can be, as well as the players across the field that played in the game and the players that didn't play in the game. They've all taken the opportunity to learn whatever they can, which leaves kind of the world as our oyster as a team, and hopefully we can continue to capitalize on that and continue to develop the team, develop the players overall. And I would say there's been a lot of really, really exciting, pleasant surprises across the group.
Now, some would say I've known you for a while, and I know that this decision, to come to Winona State, was on your mind for a while. But I guess the big question for me would be, what drew you to Winona State, and what made the decision real easy for you?
Yeah, it's a great question, a loaded question for sure. Big shout out to many of the coaches in the NSIC conference, in particular Greta McDonald at St. Cloud. Grown close to a number of the coaches, and they've definitely advocated and been around me in the club environment. And so Greta has been a big mentor that has kind of developed over these last months in my desire to continue to challenge myself professionally. I've operated as an assistant in college, but I've continuously been asked if I would ever jump in as a head coach. And so with all of those things, decided to see if the stars would kind of align. And to be honest, my choice in coming to Winona and taking on the project to rebuild this program really came down to the people that I met here, across the athletic department, all of the staff that I met, all of the players that I met. The culture here is something that I have been craving. It's a really healthy space, it's a really exciting space, a really supportive space, and is really what I would want, to be in a space where there's work to be done and to have a support behind you where they've got your back and they want you to be really successful. So it wasn't an easy choice. Change is hard for me, but it's continued to be validated in the short time that I've been here so far. So I'm excited that the brave choice came to this conclusion, and here we are.
Well, thanks, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.